Well, good morning. Good morning. I want to talk with you this morning about the mindset of a runner. I don't know about you, but sometimes it just seems so challenging to change my mindset. Some days I'm really good, and some days, I just wish I could figure out why I keep falling short, right? Well, I started thinking about this because one of the hardest things to do is to change your mindset, to change the way you think, to really get connected to God's opinion and make that shift. We've learned so many things in our lives from the world's perspective that it's just really, really hard sometimes, right? So let's take a look at the mindset of a runner. And I'm going to give you 4 different things. The first thing is that a runner knows that they need to pace themselves. They don't just go out and start running a marathon, a 5-mile marathon on Monday. They pace themselves to be able to do that. So we need to pace ourselves too in this mindset shift. We need to give ourselves some grace and really look at starting small and building on that. But it's the consistency of daily effort that makes the difference. And that's what pacing yourself as a runner would be. They don't give up after the first try. They keep going at it and going at it and going at it until they can actually run that 5-mile race. So getting up every day, making consistent effort to connect with God, to look at His Word and take 1 or 2 principles every single day and apply them to your life, that's pacing yourself. Learn how to shift and change your thoughts a little bit more slowly. Like, don't try to do it all at once. Just do it day by day. 2 Corinthians 10:5 talks about grabbing every thought and taking it captive and making it come into obedience to Christ. So just take a couple of thoughts every single day and pace yourself. The second thing that a runner does is they learn how to recognize and pay attention to their body. I think this is important too as you change your mindset. One of the things that I was taught a long time ago was that if you have a negative thought, just cancel it out and replace it with a positive one. But I think that that's a mistake. I think that if you don't, face those challenges and face those negative thoughts, they're going to keep coming back at you. So again, thoughts, feelings, and ideas, everything, bring it into obedience to Christ. Address and pay attention to how you're feeling and acknowledge it and embrace it, and then ask God, how do I handle it? And He will give you the answer. So that's number 2. Number 3, a runner knows how to train their heart, knows how to, have a speed day and a slow day to really build that heart muscle. What are you doing to train your heart on a daily basis? God's Word is a great way for you to train your heart. God doesn't look at anything else except your heart, because He says that everything you do flows from it. Everything you do flows from it. That's Proverbs 4, I believe. Yeah, Proverbs 4:23. Everything flows from it. So train your heart to really connect to what God's Word is saying to you. Really believe it and strengthen your heart every day. That's number 3. And number 4 is learn how to run on a treadmill. If you're used to running outside, the runner will say, gosh, even if it's raining, I'm going to be running. I'm going to run on a treadmill. So what do you do when, life throws you a couple of curveballs? Do you say, well, I'll get to God tomorrow, or I'll get to God later? Or do you just say, you know what? I'm committed. I'm going to run on my treadmill. I am going to make this be a routine, and I am not going to not run simply because it's not convenient. Find the time to spend with God, because that is how you will see change in your life. Not spending time with God is going to create chaos. And chaos is really because you're letting things around you, okay, keep you from focusing on God. And that's creating more chaos inside of you. So, pace yourself and do it daily. Pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and ideas, and really, really, really connect with God on everything, even if it's a challenge. Train your heart. Train your heart to be connected 100% to God. Proverbs 4:23, everything flows from it. Everything you do flows from your heart. And the last thing is to run on a treadmill. Maybe it's not convenient. Maybe you're thrown a curveball, but make that time for God, because it's so important. I'm wishing you an amazing day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.